Good morning. Welcome to St. Andrew's morning meditation. We are where Lorrie will be offering today's meditation.
Hi, this is Lorrie Bradford, and I'm reading from a book called Bread and Wine. And this small little section, is by Romano Guardi. It's called Believing is Seeing. Thomas declared, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe it." John 20. Thomas appears to have been a realist, reserved, cool, perhaps a little obstinate. The days went by and the disciples went on living under this considerable tension. Another week and they were together again in the house, and this time Thomas was with them. The same thing repeated itself. Jesus passed through the closed doors, stepped into their midst, and spoke. "Peace be upon you." And then he called the man who was struggling against faith. "Let me have thy finger. See, here are my hands. Let me have thy hand. Put it into my side. Cease thy doubting and believe." At this point, Thomas was overwhelmed. The truth of it all came home to him. This man standing before him, so moving, arousing, such deep feelings with him. This man so full of mystery, so different from all other men. He was the very one they used to be together with, who was put to death a short time ago. And Thomas surrendered. "Thou art my Lord and my God," Thomas believed. Then they came upon strange words. And Jesus said to him, "Thou hast learned to believe, Thomas, because thou hast seen me. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have learned to believe." Such words as these are really extraordinary. Thomas believed because he saw. But our Lord God did not call him blessed. He'd been allowed to see the hands, the side, to touch the blessed wounds. Yet he was not blessed. Perhaps Thomas had a narrow escape from a great danger. He wanted proof, wanted to see, touch, but then too, it might have been a rebellion deep within him, the vainglory of an intelligence that would not surrender, a sluggish coldness of heart. He got what he asked for, a look and a touch. But it must have been a concession he deplored having received. When he thought on it afterwards, he could have believed and been saved. Not because he got what he demanded. He could have believed because God's mercy had touched his heart and given him the grace of interior vision, the gift of opening the heart and of its surrender. God could also have let him stay with the words he had spoken. In the state of unbelief, which cuts itself off from everything, that insists on human evidence to become convinced. In that case, he would have remained an unbeliever and gone on his way. In that state, external seeing and touching would not have helped him at all. He simply would have called it a delusion. Nothing that comes from God, even the greatest miracle, can be proven like 2 times 2 equals 4. It touches one. It is only seen and grasped when the heart is open and the spirit purged of self. Then it awakens faith. And when these conditions are not present, there are always reasons to be found to say solemnly and impressively that it is all a delusion, or that such and such is so because some other thing is so. Or the excuse that always handy. We cannot explain it yet. The future will enlighten us about it. Thomas was standing a hair's breadth away from obduracy and perdition. He was not at all blessed. Blessed indeed are those who have seen, yet have learned to believe. Those who ask for no miracles, demand nothing out of the ordinary, but who find God's message in everyday life. Those who require no compelling proofs, but know that everything comes from God, must remain in a certain ultimate suspense, so that faith may never cease to require daring. Those who know that the heart is not overcome by faith, that there is no force or violence there, compelling belief by rigid certitudes. What comes from God touches gently, comes quietly, does not disturb freedom, leads to quiet, profound, peaceful resolve within the heart. And those are called blessed who make the effort to remain open-hearted. We seek to cleanse their hearts of all self-righteousness, obscenity, presumption, inclination to know better, who are quick to hear, humble, free spirit, who are able to find God's message in the gospel for the day, or even from the sermons of preacher with no message in particular, or in phrases from the law that they have heard 1,000 times, phrases with no quality of charismatic power about them, or in happenings of everyday life, which always end up the same way: work, rest, anxiety, and then again some kind of success, some joy, an encounter, and a sorrow. Blessed are those who can see the Lord in all these things. And peace be with you today. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Lori.
you, Lori. That
Thanks,
was
Lori.
very poignant and powerful, and a lot of good stuff to think about. So have a beautiful
Okay.
day. God's peace, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow for our daily morning meditation. God bless.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.